Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. It's going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're doing a champion guide for Tallia. Tallia, don't know what her name is, but she is pretty cool for the arena. Lots of people have been asking me for a guide on her, so here we go. Let's get into her skills. I have booked her out. I wanted to try her on Clan Boss actually when I was doing some of my contests with Stu. She's decent, but she's not amazing in that area. For me, she is pretty much an arena specialist who can then sub in and be reasonable in a lot of dungeons. But she can't come in, for me, and be top tier in any dungeons. So let me talk you through what she does. She's got a free hit A1. Kind of means she's pretty viable in Fire Knights, but she does not bring... she's blue affinity, so she's good for that kind of mid-level Fire Knight up to around level 18, 19. After that, she'll drop off. She's got an A2, which is the kind of bread and butter of her kit. She puts an increased crit rate buff on herself, and then she does a smacking AOE hit. So for the arena, she can literally clear a full team with this move. She's one of the hardest hitting epics in the game in terms of AOE on this ability. And then she's got this A3, which booked comes down to 5 turns, so it's not great, to be honest. 5 turns is long. What she does is she places a counter-attack on herself for 2 turns, and she's got a chance to place the big version of Weaken. When booked up, there's a 100% chance, if you've got the accuracy, to land Weaken for 2 turns. So that's pretty good. AoE Weaken's always going to be useful, and putting counter-attack on herself, again, is pretty useful, because she'll come back and hit with this A1, which hits 3 times. In terms of mastery, so what have I done? I've pushed in like a full arena nuke mastery set. This is all about the arena. So this tree here is all about doing as much damage as possible. This ability here is about doing more damage if she's partnered with someone that freezes. So the way I tend to roll an arena will be speed boost into crowd control, that being a stun or a freeze, into a nuker. So in this setup, she goes last as the nuker, and that ability there means she's going to hit 12% harder to anybody that's stunned up or frozen. She comes down here, more damage if she kills someone, and then Helm Smasher, just all about damage. It's all about damage. And this side here is basically chance to gain some extra turn each if one of her teams hit, chance to counter attack with that A1. So that's her mastery setup. If you were looking more for a dungeon build, you might swap out the Helm Smasher and go into War Master or Giant Slayer, probably Giant Slayer actually. And you might decide not to go defense tree. You might bring in the accuracy to get that weaken off on the AoE. If you look at the way I've got her built, she's not landing that AoE weaken on anybody. That's not the set I've got her in. I've literally pushed her to go as hard damage as possible. The way I've got it set up is literally an arena nuker based on the opponent never getting a turn. That's what this is all about. So she's got Savage set. The Savage set are attack percent boots, attack percent chest, crit damage on the gloves. She's going to give herself that 25% extra crit. So she's got 76, takes her above the 100. 228% on the crit damage is pretty strong. Not insane. Sounds insane, but it's not insane. If I had better Savage gear, then I would push that up higher. But if you look, 3 pieces here, got no crit damage on at all. A little bit of crit damage here, no crit damage here. So ideally, I'd push another probably 50% crit damage if I had decent gear in Savage. But she's still in decent place. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to rate her generally. So Fire Knights, as I say, up until level... probably 17, 18, she's really effective. After that, she drops off a bit. So she's probably a 4. Arena Nuke is what she's all about. Spiders, I mean, I guess you've got that AoE hit, but the AoE is on a relatively long cooldown, 4 turns. So it's not really her place. Campaign, she could do it, but again, it's not really her place. She doesn't have enough AoE going on. Clan Boss is not really for her. Very early game, you might take her in. She's got a free hit A1. She's got a weaken. She's got a personalised counter attack, so maybe that's a bit unfair. Maybe a free. Minotaur should be fine. Dragon's Lair, I think she's middle of the road, a free. Ice Golem's pretty similar. Arena Defense, she only really works if you set her up to work, but she can be very strong. Probably a 5 if you set her up in the right way. Spirit Keep should be strong enough for. Magic Keep similar. Force Keep, she brings a weakened, but it's not anything major. All the keeps probably pretty similar. And in Faction Wars, again, she's not like top tier, but that weaken's pretty useful. That nuke is very useful. She's probably a 4 or 5 for her faction, probably a 4. So she's pretty middle of the road, apart from Arena, where she's absolutely brilliant. So let me show you then how she works. Now I'm pretty high up in the arena here. I'm not too far off of Plat. So I need to pick fights pretty carefully. So I'd say where I am, she starts to fall back, because you need to be against a team that you can go faster than, that you can nuke in one shot. If you're relying on having to get 2 or 3 hits in, she's not going to work. So this first one here with a Tormund is going to nullify my team pretty hard. We'll try it anyway, but I think we'll probably just lose. So the idea here, we go speed into debuff, into freeze, into nuke. Yeah. If I'm faster, which I should be, then we're all good. Just want to see if I need to use my speed up. Doesn't look like I will need to use my speed up. We're all faster than that, so that's cool. So all I'm going to do is try and get a weaken off somewhere. Probably Skull Crusher, just he's annoying. Didn't get it anyway. So we're going to throw up the decreased defense. We're going to throw up a freeze. Didn't get a freeze here. I think I'm going to go and just do some initial damage here. And then here comes the nuke. So this is the Tallia nuke. She's trying to put crit rate on herself. I don't know if that could freeze her or not. I think it all happens in one move. So I don't know if it's got the chance to freeze her. Let's find out. And then we nuke. It's not frozen. Hits a nuke. One shots the Raz in. Didn't do too much to this chap. I didn't see what happened there. I think maybe she's negative affinity. Yeah, she's got a weak hit there. But we're still in a good place. So now we can either try and do this weaken. There's no real point. She's not going to land it. He's frozen, so he's not going to counter. We're just going to go and put some damage in here. Kills the Skull Crusher anyway. Nice. Hopefully we don't freeze herself up. We've got block debuffs. That's good. So I'm going to try and drop a bit of turn meter. Because he's frozen, just going to do more damage. In he goes, and then try and take this counter off. Resisted again, he's got high resistance actually. I'm going to go in again, let's see what this hits for. 29k, pretty good, pretty good. And that's on tanks. That's on tanks. Let's try this one. I think we'll be faster here. I think we'll be faster. Yeah, we are, but not by a lot. So we're going to go speed up. Debuff. Freeze. This is better. So everyone's frozen. Everyone's got decreased defense. We're going to get a bit of damage on this Sifi. Oh, a lot of damage on that Sifi. She is getting a turn, but we're going to come in now with the nuke. This should... I've got increased defense actually. It might not one-shot everyone, but it will hurt a lot. 40, 50, 50k. That is some good damage going on there. But we do have to get rid of this Resurrector. I'm going to go in AOE. No resurrecting coming on there. Another one down. Please kill her. Oh, it's close. It's close. It's down now though. And that is another win. So you see that damage there, literally from... I mean, we are in high level arena here and we're fighting some very, very strong teams. Don't think we can beat them. We'll try it. I don't think we can beat these. Tormund's going to mess us up. We are faster though. Faster. She's trying to get a go, so I'm going to have to speed up and hope I don't get completely frozen. Okay, we're good. That is nice. That is nice. She's down. What can we do? So she did freeze herself, but she actually still got the move off. That's interesting. So she's absolutely slayed the Arbiter there. absolutely nukes the Arbiter, nuked everybody else. And you see there, that is literally like one-shot territory. She's probably about on a par with a skullcrown for damage for doing this move. And she's got this free hit A1, it's coming in there, nice hit, 6Ks a time. When he's not even got any debuffs on him. But actually, we've come out, we're just beating a very tough team there. Very tough team. Who else have we got? We can try this. This is going to be hard as well. All these teams are hard. Right, so we're slower, which probably means we're dead. She has got immunity on, which helps us. But she's dead. Not revive. Everyone else is dead because Rota's got a turn. Okay. What can we do? What can we do? Can we get a turn where he's not provoked? No. He's dead. Okay. We're dead. We're dead. But you get the idea. So if you're running anywhere kind of like silver up to mid-level gold 4s, then she is brilliant in a just kind of one of those speed into debuff into nuke teams. She is the nuker that will do some work for you. Let me just show you what she does in some of the other content. So I'll get her into a dungeon. We'll start with Dragon. As I say, she's not like super strong here. She's just a reasonable champion to have. But if you do not have, you know, decent champions, or you know, you're kind of mid-game, whatever, then actually she could do some work for you. What I'll do though, actually, I'm just gonna swap our masteries around a bit. Okay, so I've messed around a bit. I've moved out of the savage gear into more normal gear. So we've actually gone to higher crit rate, high crit damage but less crit rate. Good accuracy now. Just going to land stuff. This is probably actually a better setup, but we just don't have the savage kind of kick in of ignoring defense. But we've gone into Giant Slayer, accuracy, support tree. So yeah, all in all, probably a better overall set for her. I wouldn't mind just swapping these gloves out as well. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Right, here we go. So, better crit rate. Now we're cooking. Right, so we're going to get her into some dungeon stuff. She's going to be basically the wave killer whilst everybody else goes and does their work. So we're going to bring in our War Maiden to get decreased defense on for us. Going to bring in Frozen Banshee to see what she's like here. And we're going to bring in one of my Bellowers. One's got stun set on. Hopefully it's this guy. Yeah. So he's going to just be stunning up the waves for me. Right, here we go. So going to take on the dragon. We're just going to do it on auto. So we've got Bellower going in. Didn't get any stuns off, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. Decent level of AOE damage there though. What's that? 30k across the board. Should get the weaken up now. We have, so we just improved our chance of doing more damage again. Don't die, Bellower. Don't die. Oh, what's he got there? One stun. Could do a couple more stuns, really. Should get a heal, though. There we go. Another stun off there. That's decent. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting through it. 40k across the board there from Tallia, which is nice. So, yeah, she's decent. I mean, she's decent, and she's pulling out a good level of damage. I guess what I'm going to do, so she's not going to do anything special for the actual dragon element of this. I'm quite interested though to see how Frozen Banshee does in the dragon part, so we'll play it through. AOE again, 40k across the board. Nice hits. Bellower in the stun set is actually just like flowing us through this so that we're not in trouble. Blocking out abilities as well. Such a good champion for this fight. Frozen Banshee is just coming in with a single target stuff. Not doing too much, but just kind of like there in the background. Here we go, onto the dragon at quite a quick time actually, 120. Maybe I should have brought Tallia in for my fight against Stu. She's decent. Decreased defense off there with the Bellower. Triple hit, one Giant Slayer proc. We need to get the poison ticking from Frozen Banshee to get doing some work there. Poison sensitivity's up, so now she can start to layer A1s in. Weaken's on there as well. Decreased defense is on. We're cooking. We're good. 12k, 10k, 12k. Nice damage. Nice damage, actually. Bit less now. Something's dropped off, I guess. Weaken's dropped off. We don't have any kind of main healer in here, but actually Frozen Banshee is getting those poisons on nicely. Just got to get it to the boss. Poisonous, you've just got to get them to the boss. That's when they take over. That's when they do their work. Poison sensitivity has come off. She needs to put it back on. There it is. Either way, we're looking strong. Here we go. And that's Dragon Dead. Dragon Dead in 2 minutes 30. Tallia's done 1.1 million. Frozen Banshee did the 1.3. Otherwise, no one's anywhere close. So actually, better than I gave her credit for, I'd say. Let's have a look at Fire Knights. So Fire Knights, if you're struggling with, maybe around level 18, that's where she comes in and she'll do some good work for you. What should I change here? Green. Try this. Turn meter, speed, decreased defense, nuke, counter attack. It should be good. So we've got decreased defense off there. We're going to get AOEs coming in from Soulbound. We're going to get AOEs coming in from Tallia, and yeah, I mean, so far so good. The enemies are not really getting much of a go at all here. We've got that counter attack's on, so as they come at us, she's coming back straight away with a free hit. Down they go. Pretty decent, actually. So, I'm ranking her quite harshly. If you are early to mid-game, and you're, relatively low spend, she may well be your best champion. And you can see that she can do some decent work if she's your best champion. So I'm kind of viewing this in the frame of, well, I've got a load of legendaries, so when would I use her? Actually, a lot of people will be using her, and she's really effective. So I probably ranked her a bit harshly in the start, but she's actually decent. She's better than I thought. I knew she was good in the arena. I didn't really kind of place her as a great dungeon clearer, but some of those AOE hits there, 30, 40k is really strong. And we are getting to these bosses quickly as well. Question is, can we keep that turn meter down on the boss? Because we don't really have enough here to do that. Got some good shield breakers. So that free hit A1 is always nice. It's always going to get you through that shield much quicker. Got decreased defense on. We need to get through it again. The only person that can drop turn meter is Soulbound in this team. She's just used it there when the shield was up, which is really annoying. It's really annoying. Obviously, we've got no decreased healing either, so it might end up being quite a long fight. I don't think it's a fight that we've got any chance of losing. Question is, can we get some of these moves kicking in at the right time? So we've got a decent hit off there. Yeah, it's just healing up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take it on manual for a sec and just make sure that we get these moves working right. Just get these free hits going in so that we break that shield nice and early. I could drop turn meter here. I'm going to do it actually. Because it's one tick of the shield, it will still work. See that? And then we can throw the auto on. As I say, we're doing some good damage here. We could do that decreased defense back on. But we're still going to be... Are we going to even do it? That's the question. Get the decreased defense back up. We're just about doing it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to manual it dead. If you had a heal reduction, this would be much easier, but it's definitely viable with this team. I'm just going to get it through it. So I'm going to come off the camera, manual it, and then we'll get back on. Okay, so I manualed it in the end. Did 7 minutes. It's fine. Sometimes you've just got to do that. Sometimes you've got to take over. So she's come in basically neck and neck with Soulbond Boya, who's doing a lot of AOE damage as well. It's fine. Look, she's done what she needed to do. She's decent for this, but she's not like top tier. If she had a decreased speed mechanic or some sort of turn meter control, then she would be top tier. But as it is, she's out there for just kind of like pure and pure damage. And that free hit A1 just kind of helps us along. I guess the other one to check out is Ice Golems. So she's a good affinity for the final boss. So we'll slip her into this. I think this maybe works. Just take her out. Let's throw this back in. Okay. So again, we'll see the same sort of thing really. She'll do work on the waves. Decreased defense goes on. AOE damage comes in, 25k across the board from Kale, 30k across the board from Tallia. So we're kind of making pretty short work of wave 1. Decent damage across the board. Could have done with saving that ability for the next wave, to be honest, but there you go. There we are, 30 seconds wave 1, using 2 epics, 3 rares. Just waiting for those abilities now to reset so that we can start to really put some pain out there. Madame Cerise is actually excellent as your debuffer here because she can wipe off a lot of these annoying buffs, the ones that really cause you damage. You see there, she's just killed herself by doing the AoE. Could have done with this move to come first, but that's why Reliquary's in there, to pick them back up when it gets a bit ropey. Weaken goes on. It's a shame she doesn't do a hit when she places that Weaken. It feels a bit of a letdown that she's not actually throwing out more damage at that point, but still, AoE Weaken's pretty good. So we're going to be onto the boss at, around about 130 or so. Nice hit again, 50k hit. It's pretty good for the AoE there. Be interesting to see what she does here, whether she does her AoE at all. Quite often when people have got a strong AoE, they won't do it on the Ice Golem boss phase. It won't be back up yet. I think she's got another turn. It should be back up, I think, next turn. Looks like she's the target. Just going to slow it down. Let's get that off. Yeah, so it's available here. Let's see what she does. So she hasn't done her AoE hit there. She's put her Weaken up instead. So yes, it looks like she'll probably only use that when both adds are down. So she's got A1 there instead of A2. But I bet she uses it, provided he doesn't pick the ads up right now. I bet she uses it here. He's going to. So actually for Ice Golems, she becomes less useful because the move that she's kind of known for... Oh, she did use it there actually. Maybe she does use it. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she'll prioritise other moves first or something. But anyway, I'm not going to make you watch all of that. Look, she's a fun champion. She's brilliant for the arena. She's useful everywhere else if you're kind of short of champions to bring in. I have a lot of fun with her. In the arena, when I used it beforehand, she was literally slamming people for crazy numbers, which is always good fun. So, hope you've enjoyed the guide. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you soon.